Hello everyone, welcome to ReviloPlays Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. I'm playing on the PC here. This game is available through the Game Pass Ultimate for PC. It's also on Xbox as well. I had forgotten that the that intro cinematic plays immediately upon pressing the button. Yeah, as I say, this is on the Xbox Game Pass, and it's on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so it's available for PC as well. And I think the game's on Nintendo Switch, and that's it, right? I don't think it's on any other platforms. I'm just refraining from talking too much during this prologue because it kind of gives the whole narrative motivation for the rest of the game. So I'll sort of come back in after we've done this. What? I thought I could make that from the bottom.
Sing for Santa. Sony to Shindy Quarter in War. Sin Quad, Sin Quarter. Fin Quadabus Hard. Fin Quada Indoors. Dosh Roar Iguana. Fin just var till Kvarsta.
Okay, so we're into the game proper now. Yeah, I just didn't want to say anything to, spoil the kind of emotional storytelling that is that starts this game. Now, as you may have been able to hear, you may have been able to kind of guess from the way I was talking. I have played this game before, and I know what you're thinking. Why are you playing it before? Why are you playing it again? If The new one's just come out. Ori and the Will of the Wisps has just come out. And that's why I'm playing it again, basically. I'm gonna plan on playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps as well. This was one of my favorite games in 2015, and but I haven't played it since it came out. So I thought it would be nice to play it again and go through. I keep getting a ping in my ears. Hold down and press H on these problems. I keep getting a ping in my ears. I think I'm getting achievements for running around, apparently. So might have to go and work that out, turn that off at some point. Don't need to do that just yet, though. So yes, released in 2015 for Xbox and PC, as I say. Ori and the Blind Forest is a Metroidvania style game, and I mean the first thing you always notice about this game, that anybody notices about this game when they first turn it on, is that it is just absolutely beautiful. You now find the energy cell. You can now collect and use more energy. Remember that you can use energy to create a soul link and save your game. Hold B to create a soul link and save your game. That feels like quite a good save system to me, because the issue that you get with a lot of platforming games is like they put a checkpoint in a kind of an annoying place, especially with a Metroidvania game where you might need to go back deep in the forest, or I found what was lost. I wanted to go back down and get this, get something down here. But I'm about to slow down and do something all story-like. There we go. Thank you very much. Create a soul link and tap B near it to access the ability tree. What have we got going on here? My strength is returning. I am Sign, the light and eyes of the spirit tree. I was lost in this glen when she loosened her grip. I can guide you on your journey if you allow me to come. But be still, can you hear that? They must have followed you here. Oh, no, they is in orange. That seems ominous. Oh, that must be them. I'm tapping X repeatedly to use my spirit flame. Yeah, as I say, I think the checkpoint system works well because... Stop interrupting me, will you? Their light shall return to me. These words the spirit tree once said. In the glade past the caverns, we'll find them. There's a path up ahead. So you speak exclusively in Brian, I take it? It's, I do the same thing myself. I now have to try and think of a word that rhymes with self so that I can... I don't know. How do I end the sentence with shelf? Press this to view the map. Okay, so we need to go up. It's pretty able to hit these things. Well, do we have anything? No. Oh, I didn't actually mean to press that. Most because I float to Ori allows you to shoot 3 flames before recharging. That seems good. Allows reusing soul links and shortens the cooldown timer. It sounds fine. We got another ping. I don't want another ping. Hold B to rekindle the soul link, which saves our game again. And now we can open these. Yeah, I think the thing with limited save points, especially for a Metroidvania game, is that sometimes you realize that you actually want to go back and explore a different area. And it can sometimes be kind of annoying to get back to another checkpoint. Whereas with this game, it's pretty good because you could just create a checkpoint wherever you want, as long as it is safe to do so. I'm supposed to be going up, right? But okay, I see. I was concerned that I had missed a place to go up. I'm playing on the normal difficulty, which feels like the normal thing to do. Being interrupted again. Spirit wells are ancient structures that were used to quickly traverse all of Nibel. Traverse all of Nibel. Let's go with Nibel. The light of the spirit wells will also replenish your strength whenever you are weary. Doesn't speak exclusively in rhyme, that's good. So that appears to be a warp point, so we'll be able to use those for fast traveling. I can't remember too much about this game, to be honest. I remember that it looks nice, and I remember that I enjoyed it. And there's one section later, a little bit later on in the game, which I remember very clearly because I remember it being particularly good. Other than that, a lot of this will be me rediscovering. And I also remember it being quite challenging. You find an energy shard. Energy shards restore power to Aura's energy cells. Seems like a pretty self-explanatory thing, yeah? Be weird if they did anything else, I suppose. You find a keystone. I bet they unlock things. Keystones are used to open spirit gates. Whew. What a guess. Remember that each spirit gate will require a different number of keystones. I will remember that. And even if I don't remember it, I bet I'll be reminded when the gate doesn't open. Okay, I can move objects like this. Let's see another keystone. Ah, okay, now we're kicking with gas. Look at this. This game's going to be easy. We could probably get it done now. You see me? The keystones? Okay. So the enemies respawn apparently. It's helpful to know. This is where we need to be. Here we are. The spirit gate blocks us. They were built for protection before the days of decay. The required keystones must be nearby. To reach the spirit tree, we must pass the spirit caverns that lie beyond this gate. Alright. Luckily, I've got a couple of keystones to go in there. We'll just save here as well, why not? Well, that was some unnecessary hits. Do I heal if I go back here? Is that what happens? No, that is not what happens. Oh, let's go up. Seeing as we need to go up, so I'm going to always take the opportunity to go up. Soul Link is ready, that's wonderful news. The combat isn't fantastic. You find a life cell. You can now retain more vitality. Find more life cells to increase your survivability. The combat in this game isn't fantastic, and that seems to be one of the things that perhaps they've improved with the next one. And I'm excited to check that out. Because in this one, it's a lot of it's really just hitting the one button. Okay, I seem to not be able to get through there just yet. You know, for anyone unfamiliar with what a Metroidvania is, the term itself comes from the game's Super Metroid, the Nintendo game, the Nintendo series, and Castlevania. And I believe Castlevania Symphony of the Night was the first kind of Metroidvania style Castlevania game. Essentially, it is a game in which you are exploring a map, and there's certain things you can't do because you don't have abilities to do them. And then you're going to go and unlock new abilities, and that's going to allow you to access parts of the map which you previously couldn't. There's usually elements of backtracking. And yeah, they tend to be 2D platforming games, but that is not always the case. you know, things like the Batman Arkham games have some Metroidvania elements. We have a stone. Ori, this is a map stone. I wonder what that does. One of the many ancient markers created to chart the forest of Nibel as it grew. There is a piece missing. Darndest. If we can't find the mapstone fragment, we might be able to repair it. I think that actually said if we can find the mapstone fragment, and I said can't because I'm a dummy. I apologize profusely for my ineptitude and apparent illiteracy. So, I mean, I suppose as I said, as it was playing, the kind of main motivation for our adventure comes in the form of, what was the name of our adoptive mother? I'm sorry, I've completely blanked. Naru, was it? Yeah, she died, which is very sad. I appear to be losing health. I like getting an ability point. Fantastic. Let's spend it right now. Creating a soul link restores 1 life cell. That seems very useful. Most pickups now float to Ori. I suppose we should also look for later on. I am not sure how many ability points it is likely that you're going to get on one playthrough. So, you know, it's always kind of one of these things when you first start a game like this. Do you need to be thinking about where you want to build out to on the ability tree and sort of think, okay, let's really invest in this bottom one or whatever? Or is it going to be one of those games where you can get basically everything? And you'd think I'd know the answer to that having played the game before, but I can't remember. Regroup. Create a sort of resource 1 life cell, pick up float to Ori, allows you to shoot 3 flames before recharging. You know what, we're going to take that. Because, I mean, we're going to need more combat prowess at some point. So we might as well just invest in that early. A good rule of thumb with upgrade systems in games is if it makes you harder to kill or it makes it easier to kill enemies, then it's usually at least worth doing, I tend to think. There were those that turned to hope when she ravaged and killed. The light of the spirit tree lives in all of us. He is the reason we're alive. He's the reason we grew. When he called out to find you, many years passed. We were attacked, wounded, and killed by our foe. Now these ancestral trees are all that's left behind. Come closer now and feel the light of Phil, the spirit inside. All right, Phil, how you doing? Fill me up. Thank you very much. You've learned wall jump. To use this ability, push towards the wall and press A to continuously leap upwards. Well, luckily there's a nice big wall here that we can practice on. Huh? How convenient. Nice energy cell. Wonderful stuff. Anything that improves our traversal is fine by me. That's, you know, in my memory, really where the game shines is in its platforming sections. We may as well save again. Seems prudent. I love the animations on Ori. Like, look at this little flip. It feels so smooth. Now, I know there is some, I think, mixed opinion on whether this is a game that people consider to control well. I, for one, find Ori very responsive. I think... I'm not sure... I'm afraid I don't know if Ori is a he or a she, so I suppose I will default to saying they. I think they're very responsive. And there is a sort of certain floatiness to it. But it strikes a nice balance, in my opinion, between that kind of more floaty style of platformer with a certain precision. So there's always control. And really, when it comes to platformer games, that's what matters. You know, people often use the term floaty to be purely a negative thing when they're talking about platformers, but people forget that Mario's pretty floaty, you know? I mean, and he is... Not many people would criticize Mario as a platformer from a design standpoint, or from a mechanical standpoint at the very least. So, I don't know, that feels like double standards to me sometimes. But, of course, to each their own. I didn't really need to take a hit there. We could probably get this if we use our wee wall jump. Is there any secrets up here? There appears to not be. Wonderful. I see. We're manipulating the environment to allow us better traversal. You find a mapstone fragment. Return this to a mapstone and unlock a new area map. I will do that after I've killed this thing. I mean, these floating lanterns look suspiciously like something that will synergize, if you like, which is a word everybody loves, with a later ability. So we do have an ability point. And I think we're going to take that, actually, because it's always helpful. As I say, always helpful to be able to heal and to be able to deal more damage. Those are staples. Staples of video games that you always need. Where was that map fragment? That's the question. Where's the map stone thing gone? It does not appear to be marked on the map. I think it's right here in this little recess. So we will aim for there. Now, this is my first kind of more campaign-based game that I'm playing for recording purposes. And so, you know, please offer input on all manner of things. One of which being the length of the episodes. Here we go. That should unlock that map, and then we can find our way up there. That's wonderful. I'm sort of hoping that a natural episode structure reveals itself in terms of the objectives that we're being asked to complete. But it's possible that they won't, and I'll end up with hugely long episodes. But of course, I also don't want to be in a situation where I'm sticking to a certain episode length just for the sake of... just because I've arbitrarily just decided that that's what it should be. So, you know, let me know if you any thoughts that you have on that. Oh, I need to stand away. And through the door we go. Are we heading the right way? We appear to be able to head up through here, and that looks like that's going to connect to our objective. Okay. Now, call me crazy, but I think we're not supposed to get hit by these things. And we'll take the mapstone. The keystone, that's bad. You see, the knockback is what did us in there. I was willing to take the hit, but oh, that was close. How do we get up to there? I'm sure that'll reveal itself. Whoop. 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 And a jump. And a jump. And then up we go. That didn't prove too problematic, so that's nice. I don't believe I said actually when I started the game. Moon Studios is the developer we have to thank for this. Now I believe, okay, that was poorly timed, and it was, I believe, funded by Microsoft, We're missing a keystone. That's unfortunate. Well, there it is. And it sort of occupied something of a unique position in the sense that it, like, Moon Studios, I believe, were technically considered an independent, but then they were also backed by Microsoft, so I'm not really sure. Either way, you can definitely see where the money is gone. Somewhere they find me dormant and still. We told Ori the tale of her misguided will. Ori, the spirit tree. He must have used the last of his strength to save you. Dude, that's so sad. Everyone's just dying for me, man. Come now and hear our story. It was the night of the light ceremony. It was our light that she hated. This owl's so mean. You received the spirit tree's light. You put our fate in your hands. Listen carefully now, for you must understand. The spirit tree sustained the three elements of light, and in return they brought balance and kept Nibel safe. The element of water is high atop the Ginzo tree. The element of winds deep within the forlorn ruins. Well, that doesn't sound like a very nice place. The element of warmth beneath the fires of Mount Horu. To restore Nibel to its former self, we must rekindle their light before it's too late. The first we will find beyond the spider coves, atop the tree where the waters once flowed. Okay, to the spider groves. So, spider coves. I just said it. I just read it. And now I can't remember what it is. Objective. Find the spirit tree. Okay, well that seems like a pretty natural stopping point for this first episode. So thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'll be back. We're going to go through the whole game. And then, provided I like it as much as I remember, we're going to go straight through onto Ori and the Will of the Wisps as well. So there we are. We've got to get the life back to the forest because everyone keeps dying. Everything's dead. And there's a mean owl. And we've got to do it, man. We've got to do it. So that's our task, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.